and welcome back to Flirt. My name is Bree and it's awesome to see you all back here. This week I am talking about something that is super big news across the world, or at least I think it is. It is that women in Saudi Arabia now have the right to vote. How cool is that? That is so awesome. It is such a movement. And it's a good thing because it means that there is going to be change. Slowly, there's going to be change, but it's a sign that things are changing, which is good. One thing that could set back women, actually, for them to legally vote, they have to have an ID. So like, like what we would have is like a passport, something, like with their, their name and, like something like utility bills and stuff like that. But in Saudi Arabia, it's always the men's name that is the man's name that's always on it. And so in order for a woman to vote, they have to show something like an official ID, and that's really hard for them. The second thing is that also to get to a place to vote, if they have to drive, they can't drive cars. They have to have a male with them. And of course, if like their husband or their any male relatives in their family don't want them to vote, just simply by them not wanting to drive them to vote, just stops them from voting, just like that. And that brings me to my, my appreciation, and that the fact that I feel like I've been taking so much for granted, and I'm so lucky to live in Australia. I get to do simple things, like it's safe for me to walk down the street pretty much any time. There's not this fear that women still across the world in other countries have to face. And in Australia, I feel so lucky, and I feel like I've taken so much for granted. And so, this is like a thank you to the generations before me. Thank you for standing up for things. Thank you for using your voice, and thank you for making Australia feel like a safe place for me to grow up in. And I appreciate that. I'm not saying that we're at a great place now, because we still don't even have marriage equality, which is something a lot of countries across the world already have, and Australia doesn't, and it's so multicultural, which seems, a bit silly, but, someday soon, it seems like it may happen, and that'd be really cool. I wanted to say yes for women in Saudi Arabia, because they now have the right to legally vote, but there still will be challenges that they will have to face. I want people to think about the life that they have grown up with, and I don't think anyone's perfect. We all come across things in our lives that are hard, but I think the basic human right of being able to vote is pretty big, and it's pretty awesome that it's happened for women in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. I think that was the main point. Awesome news in the world. That was it. And thank you to Australia. Thank you for the life that I've grown up in, and let's hope that the movement continues across the world and we see more changes, which would be awesome. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching, and make sure to comment, like, subscribe just down below if you like this type of video, because we love talking about new things. I do. Yeah, and I'll see you all back here next week. See ya.